Kelly Sikkema?
Yes, sir.
Sir, my name is Dan Kleiss. I'm the magistrate here with the 77th District Court of Osceola County. I'm here to arraign you on a felony complaint that has 5 charges to it. Those charges include bank robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy to commit bank robbery, unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle, and felony firearm weapons offense. This is the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kelly James Sikkema, case number 12-20859FY. Mr. Sikkema, please state your full name for the record.
Kelly Sikkema.
Mr. Sikkema, as I indicated, I have a felony complaint. It's alleged that on or about February 22nd, 2012, in the village of LeRoy of Osceola County, under count 1, it's alleged you did with intent to commit the crime of larceny, put in fear Rhoda Wanner and or Patricia Gabrowski for the purpose of stealing money from a bank. This is a felony offense punishable by up to life in prison or any term of years. Do you understand that charge and the maximum consequence you're facing?
Yes, sir.
Count 2 of this complaint, same time, date, and venue. It's alleged you did in the course of committing a larceny of money, assault or put in fear of personal present Rhoda Wanner and or Patricia Gabrowski, and in the course of that conduct possessed a long gun, a dangerous weapon, contrary to state law. This is a felony charge also punishable by up to life or any term of years, unless aggravated assault or serious injury involved, then not less than 2 years. Then DNA is to be taken upon arrest. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Count 3, conspiracy to commit bank robbery. At the same time, date, and venue, it's alleged you did unlawfully conspire, combine, confederate, and agree together with Zachary Ryan Hartzog and or other unknown person to commit the following listed offense, contrary to state law, that being bank robbery. This is also punishable by up to life in prison or any term of years and a $10,000 additional fine. Do you understand that charge and the maximum consequence?
Yes, sir.
Count 4, same time, date, and venue. It's alleged that willfully and without authority take possession of and or drive or take away or did assist in or was a party to such taking, possession, driving, or taking away of a motor vehicle, to wit, a 2001 Saturn belonging to another, to wit, Rhoda Wanner, contrary to state law. This is a felony charge punishable by up to 5 years in prison and the Secretary of State to suspend your license. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Finally, count 5 of this complaint, same time, date, and venue. It's alleged you did carry or have in your possession a firearm, to wit, a long gun, at the time he or she committed or attempted to commit a felony, to wit, armed robbery. And this is a felony charge punishable by 2 years consecutively with and preceding any term of imprisonment imposed for the felony or attempted felony conviction and mandatory forfeiture of a weapon or device. You understand that charge and the maximum consequence you're facing?
Yes, sir.
Sir, because you're charged with felony offenses, I must advise you, you have certain rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can be used against you in court. You have a right to have an attorney present during questioning. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. And you have a right to have an attorney in all other court proceedings. Are you asking for a court-appointed attorney to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
And I'll note for the record you have completed the request for a court-appointed attorney. It indicates that you live on, is that Lowry Street?
Yes, sir.
And what town is that?
Marion.
Marion. And at that location you live with family members?
Yes, sir.
Your marital status is you're single. Do you have any dependents, children?
No.
In any case here you have no source of employment. Have you been employed?
No, not for a while.
Okay. When you say a while, how long?
3 or 4 months.
Okay. Do you have any source of income at all?
Work for Maintaing, stuff like that.
Okay. And how much would that be on a regular basis?
50, 60 bucks. Depends what, you know.
A what? A month? A week?
Couple days.
Okay. What would be that source of income over the course of a month?
150 bucks.
Okay. Any other source of income?
No.
Do you own any real property? Do you own a car or a boat or a motorcycle or a four-wheeler or have money in the bank?
No.
Do you own any, or do you have any obligations you have to pay on a regular basis?
No, sir.
All right. Considering the defendant has no viable means of income, the court's going to determine you're eligible for a court-appointed attorney. I'm going to appoint Kim Boer to represent you in this case. Ms. Boer has a contract with the 49th Circuit Court as a public defender involving felonies. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, you have a right to have a preliminary exam within 14 days of today's date. At a preliminary exam, the prosecutor must do 2 things. 1, establish that a crime was committed, and 2, establish probable cause to believe you were involved in that crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Protect your rights. I'm putting 2 dates on the court calendar. One is what we call a pre-prelim. It's actually scheduled for Thursday, March the 1st, 2012 at 1:15 in the afternoon. That's a time of day when your attorney meets with the prosecutor and discusses the nature of your case. I'm certain that your attorney will then come and talk to you as well. And your actual preliminary exam, if you and your attorney choose to have it, is set on the docket at this point in time for March the 8th, 2012 at 1:30 in the afternoon. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Finally, because these offenses, numerous ones within these charges, are punishable by up to life in prison, I've determined that you're to be held with no bond. You'll be held in custody at the Sheriff's Department there in the jail until there's some resolution in this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now hang tight right there because you also have another unrelated charge that we have to deal with. And that charge is, well, the case is the People State of Michigan versus Kelly Sikkema, case number 12-20849FY. We've established you are Mr. Sikkema. This is a felony complaint that has two charges, one being possession of methamphetamine and the other one maintaining a drug house. And this is alleged that this happened on January 10th, 2012 in the village of Marion of Osceola County. It's alleged to knowingly or intentionally possess methamphetamine. This is a felony charge punishable by up to 10 years in prison and or a $15,000 fine. Unless sentenced to more than 1 year in prison, the court shall impose license sanctions pursuant to the statute. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Also, you're charged with maintaining a drug house, same time, date, and venue. It's alleged to knowingly or intentionally or keep or maintain a vehicle that was frequented by persons using controlled substances in violation of Article 7 of the Public Health Code for the purpose of using controlled substance, or used or the keeping and selling of controlled substances in violation of Article 7 of the Public Health Code as well. This is a high court misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years in prison and or a $25,000 fine. Unless sentenced to more than 1 year in prison, the court shall impose license sanctions pursuant to the statute. You understand that charge and the maximum consequence you're facing. Sir, do I need to advise you of your rights again, like I did the first time, because you're charged with felony offenses? Okay. And I'll note for the record, I've already reviewed your request for a court-appointed attorney, and in the interest of justice, I'm going to appoint Ms. Boer to represent you in this case as well. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And very similar to the other charges, because of the time frame anyway, you have the right to have a preliminary exam within 14 days. We've set your prelim for March the 1st, 2012 at 1:15 in the afternoon. And your actual preliminary exam, if you and your attorney choose to have it, is set at this point in time for March the 8th, 2012 at 1:30 in the afternoon. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this charge, is separate from your other charge you were just arraigned on. I have set bond. I've set bond at $150,000 surety or $15,000 cash, with an order that you use no drugs or alcohol, that you possess no weapons, and do not leave the state of Michigan while on bond in the court. You understand those conditions?
Yep.
Sir, do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
This concludes your arraignment then. Thank you. Court's in recess for just a moment.